there, guys.
Susan and Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review.
And today we are going on our overnight adventure. This is the first time that we've gone out together. This is going to be a great trip. It is a beautiful day. It's been raining for the last couple days, pouring inches and inches. So we actually have sunshine and blue sky right now with a chance of storms later tonight.
For this trip, we are heading to Grandfather Mountain, elevation over 6,000 feet. It's going to be long. It's going to be a hard hike, straight uphill. But it's going to be beautiful once we reach the top.
No doubt about it. My friends, let's get ready and go. So what do you think, Susie? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Are you nervous?
I am actually nervous because it'll be our first trip like this. Even though we've went camping before, we've always, packed half of the house, and it's been really a comfortable camping trip. And remember when we took all the kids, we had like all their pillows, all their blankets. It's a different type of camping than what you and I are going to do today.
Right. She's definitely right. It's a different type of camping, but I promise you it will be just as comfortable. It's going to be great, guys. Hey, hun, let's stop and get you a milkshake.
Ew.
No milkshake?
No, we can't eat milkshakes. We can't eat at cookout.
Now, with me being lactose intolerant, having a milkshake before I go on a really long hike would be a very bad idea. But generally, my wife and I, we eat very healthy, natural. We don't eat fast food and chemical garbage, which cookout definitely is chemical garbage.
Yeah.
The last time that I ate at cookout, I was with some friends of mine, and we had ate, and I would say within 20 minutes, we were dry heaving in the parking lot. It was so nasty.
That's why I don't eat there.
There you go.
It's gross.
It is. What is that guy doing? It looks like it's raining already, guys. What do you think about that, Susie?
Well, I just said that it looked like rain, and then it started raining, so...
So what are we gonna do?
I don't know, it might actually be a good thing, because we were prepared for rain, and just driving out through the parkway, at a few spots, the sides have just been lined with cars, so maybe the rain will encourage people to leave.
We are prepared for the rain. We got all sorts of rain gear, so we're in pretty good shape. Are you getting ready to go, Susie?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm getting ready.
There you go. Well, my friends, we've made it to the parking lot. We're about to get ready to begin our ascent up to the top here. We're going to have to stop and get permits along the way. This is going to be a great trip, no doubt about it, but I'm sure it's going to be tiring at the same time. You guys have voted on the Arc'teryx Echo Pack, which I have here, and my loadout personally is right around 30 pounds right now. I think, Susie, yours is at 20 pounds?
Right at 20 pounds.
Okay. We are getting our permits right now, and we're looking here. It says that there has been some bear activity reported, which was just a couple days ago. Today's the 20th. Basically, it just says be diligent with your food, all that good stuff. And here's the camper's registration form. And I think we're going to be in really good shape here, too. It looks like everybody's heading out today. We're actually heading up. Let's just say 3.
3:15.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll just say 3.
Camping?
Oh, yeah. Are you just coming down?
Yeah, we hiked the loop.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How was it? You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, I just filled out our permit and put the white copy in the box. And this is ours that we are supposed to keep with us while we are camping. So I'll put that in my bag. The rocks are a little slick though.
Yeah, they are. Like I said, it's been raining for the last couple of days. We've gotten inches and inches of rain. So on these rocks, we're going to have to be very, very careful, especially when we get towards the top, where we're actually going to have to do some scrambling. So far this pack is nice and comfortable, but granted we're not too far in yet. This is the Arc'teryx Echo pack. It is not a light pack by itself. It's basically a smaller version of the ILBE pack, United States Marine Corps. Smaller, slightly lighter.
My pack is very comfortable. I have the Osprey Aura 50. I think the weight of my pack is 3 pounds, just the pack itself.
Back there at the sign-in, looked like 3 people had stayed the night last night. Everybody was checking out today. We might have that entire mountain to ourselves.
I hope so.
Woohoo!
But I can't believe people stayed here. I mean, yesterday was such a rainy
Oh,
day.
it just poured the rain
all
yesterday.
day.
As we go up in elevation, we are definitely getting up into the clouds. Nice and foggy. Is this beautiful or what, Susie?
It is. Very pretty.
We are coming up here on our trail. This is for the Daniel Boone Scout Trail. That is where we're headed. As we were coming up the mountain here, there was an older couple that's kind of making their way up. We passed them. They seem a little bit confused about exactly where they're going, so I'm gonna leave them a sign saying, go this direction. And actually, I'm gonna take a couple of these leaves here off the rhododendron just to make some contrast so they definitely see it. Okay, let's go. I always find it to be a good idea to help out your fellow backpackers. That is what strength and honor is all about. Daniel Boone Scout Trail. Area contains hazards associated with rocks, steep slopes, cliffs. Seek safe shelter if a storm strikes. All right, Susie. Well, we haven't gone very far, but it has been just straight uphill. We have our heavy packs on. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, but I am breathing heavy.
Yeah.
I'm a little sweaty. It's cooler weather for it to be July in the mountains.
Right.
But I am sweaty, so I'm definitely feeling it.
Yeah. I think you guys can see the nice sheen coming off my forehead. Definitely sweating pretty good. I do have convertible pants on, so I may transition these into shorts. Tell you what, I might actually just do that right now. This is very, very simple to do. There's a zipper that goes all the way around.
I really want some pants like that.
Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look and see what kind of brand to get for women.
Right.
That would be good for me to have.
Susie actually bought a pair of convertible pants for this trip, but they fit great around the waist, but they weren't long enough.
Nope.
It's always a good idea to go to a store and try on clothes just to prevent that sort of pains and aches right there of getting the wrong sizes.
Yeah, I think that women probably have that issue more than men do.
Yeah.
Especially with pants fitting. And so I think what I'm going to do is make you take me to an outfitter store and try on tons of different brands and make notes and still do the shopping online and look for the best deals.
That's smart. Now see, sadly, we're just from a small town and there's not many outdoor outfitters here, so we'll have to go out of town to find such places.
Yep.
Susie, are you ready to keep on going?
Let's go.
Let's do it, guys. Those are some huge leaves. We're just stopping to take a little break here, a little breather. Whew. Yeah, this is fun. So how easy is this on a scale from 1 to 10? Now, just let me go ahead and say Susie is very, very fit.
I still think it feels like a 7.
Yeah.
Maybe an 8 right now. I do try to work out every day and try to stay healthy. But this is tough.
Yeah. Susie is running the 3-liter Camel Antidote bladder. That is the civilian model. I am running the military model. Hers is the long version of the civilian, and mine is the short and fat version. But it did happen to fit in this pack, and this pack actually has a hydration sleeve, which is rare enough. Most military-style packs don't have them. Now, if you folks remember, in the Appalachian Trail Overnight Adventure, we were talking about trail names. Mine is Graybush. Bum bum bum. No, don't go there. Susie, what
I
is...
don't have a name.
You're gonna have to come up
I
with
need
one.
a name.
Huh. What do you guys think? What do you think her trail name should be? Rainbow jelly beans or something?
I like bunnies. So it has to be something with a bunny, I think.
We could just call you Bunny.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because every time we're out, we see bunnies. Tons of bunnies.
What was that killer bunny from Donnie Darko? The bunny demon.
I don't want to be a demon bunny. Cute bunny.
Yeah. All right, Bunny, let's go. Gosh, that is so beautiful. Susie was just saying a minute ago that she sure is glad that she doesn't weigh 20 more pounds than she actually does. And really, guys, that really just goes hand in hand with, you know, being physically fit and eating good and feeling good. I mean, we're in good shape, we eat right, and this is difficult. Imagine being overweight, eating all sort of that toxic junk. I mean, you're gonna feel awful when you are out and about on your adventures. It's like I said many times in my videos, you have one life, you have one body. Why not take care of it? Why not take care of it so you could do the things that you want to do? Like this. This is freaking amazing. Woo! Gorgeous. We're out in the backcountry. We're still working our way up into the clouds. Right now, they're just right about at treetop level. Hi, Susie.
Hi.
What are you doing?
It's the part that I really don't like.
Oh.
But
You have to go to the bathroom, huh?
everyone has to pee, so I guess
right.
I'm going to do it.
I'll take your pack for you.
You can't film that.
Yeah. Well, if I can't watch, that means you can't either. Pretty darn steep. This whole trip, this whole adventure, at least half of it is straight uphill. At least in the morning, Susie, we get to come downhill.
Good.
Well, we have made it just about halfway up this mountain. We're about to come out here to a pretty nice open spot. There's some big rocks that we can get onto, and we can see some really beautiful views. Just to take a close look at this sign, the Cragway, which is that direction to our right. We will actually go down that tomorrow on the Nuwadi Trail. We are going to continue on with the Daniel Boone Scout Trail, and we're going to camp right below Callaway Peak, right around the Balsam Shelter. Right over here is an amazing view. I definitely want to show this to you.
In the clouds.
Up in the clouds, baby. Gosh, this is so gorgeous up here.
It is.
What do you hear, Susie?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I think I just heard that fly buzz by. That's
Right.
it.
Let's take a break. You want to?
Yeah.
I say we ditch our packs, get a snack, chill for a couple minutes.
Yeah, perfect.
It is time for a snack. I'll just go into my food bag here, see what I have. We're gonna go with a Cliff Bar. That sounds pretty good. Some granola. So far, this has been a fantastic hike. It has been a lot of fun. It's definitely slow going. I mean, we've been out here for a couple of hours, and we've only done, what was it, 2 miles?
We've almost been hiking for 2 hours, and we've only done 2 miles, so.
Or a mile an hour.
Yeah.
I always say that everything is awesome when you're hungry. Let's see what Susan thinks about this bar.
It's the Cliff Crunch Bars.
Those are freaking awesome.
They're crunchy, like Cliff Bars are usually soft.
Yeah, I like this. I think I'm gonna go over here and check out the view.
Okay.
Don't fall, you will die. Now the valley over here, which you guys can't see right now, it's inundated with too much fog. Hopefully tomorrow morning I'll be able to show it to you guys, but it was actually formed by a glacier. Take care, guys. Woo! How do you feel now that you've had a snack, you got some rest?
I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
Ready to finish the hike.
Woohoo! We are definitely getting closer. Less than 2 miles. Did you say it's 5 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock.
All right. So we've got technically 4 hours of light left. We are on the eastern side of the mountain, so it's definitely going to be darker. Over there
Different trails.
is actually a campsite,
Oh, okay.
and there's some water. You want to go check it out?
Yeah.
We are at some of the campsites.
Oh, this is where the bears were reported.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is a Daniel Boone campsite. Bears were reported here.
Uh-huh.
But we know what to do about
Yep.
the bears.
Of course, when you're out in bear country, you have to hang a bear bag. You have to do it. Even, you have to include every single item. I include my toothpaste, and you definitely have to include chewing gum or mints or anything like that. They love that sort of stuff. This is definitely bear country. There's a lot of bears out here. Just about every year there's some sort of advisory about bears. Sometimes they'll shut down parts of the trail up here. You have to be cautious with any type of bear, but black bears especially, they are the ones who end up hurting people the most out of all the different bear types. So remember, don't spill your food. Don't bring it and leave it in your tent. Try not to get drippings and stuff on your clothes. When you brush your teeth, don't do it around your camp. Be smart, be safe, so you can have a good time.
So, honey, we've been talking a little bit about bears. And, you know, I told you I was a little nervous. I know we live in an area where there are bears, and we've seen a bear before.
Oh yeah.
But what if, like, we were walking on this trail and there was a bear right ahead? What would we do?
Well, if we were walking this way and we came up upon a bear, I'll go ahead and show you guys what we're looking at here. As you can see, this is a big, wide, open area. The bear has plenty of different directions to go. Now, say if this was a rock cliff or a rock face and a bear came through, basically, we would want to get out of the way so he has a place to go. We don't want to trap him in. If he feels trapped, he or she can become dangerous. So if Susie and I were here walking up and here's this bear, what we would want to do is basically get together so we look bigger and more menacing. We'd probably want to raise our hands. We would want to raise our voices, start yelling at the bear, trying to get them basically to take off. Now the situation changes if there's bear cubs involved. Then we would definitely want to start backing off. We'll do it slowly. You definitely don't want to run. You're never going to outrun a bear. You're not going to outclimb one. So just start backing off slowly. That's what you do. Now some people want to carry some sort of protection from bears, bear sprays, stuff like this. Make sure to check with your local laws. And a number of places, bear spray, pepper spray, mace, all that stuff is illegal to take with you and to use on a bear. Now, I have a question for you guys. Have you all ever seen a shaved bear? I'll go ahead and flash a photo on the screen for you so you know what they look like. It looks like a werewolf, in my opinion.
Yeah, if bears were shaved, no one would go in the woods. Because they are scary, but why would you shave a bear?
I don't know. That's bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Which way do we go?
We go up that rock. It's going to be steep. It's going to be wet and slick. We're about to be careful. That is where we are heading. Right up there. Woo! How was that?
Scary for me.
Guys, that is very, very steep indeed. Very, very slick. In the morning, we might have to work on finding a different way around this.
I think in the morning I'm going to make that detour. If it rains tonight, it would be... I mean, you'd have to slide down
Yeah,
that rock.
it's pretty sketchy.
I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm scared.
We have made it to the balsam shelter. We're gonna go check that out right now. It's pretty cool, huh?
It is cool.
Might as well take a break. That's cool. This shelter is so cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep in there, though.
Don't want to?
No.
Are you sure you don't want to sleep in here, Susie?
I don't want to sleep in there.
I bet you this place, the mice run all over you at nighttime.
Ew. I was thinking something a little bit more luxurious. You know, like that super expensive tent you brought.
That tent is worth every cent, I am sure. Maybe.
We will find out.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they actually make a tent that is worth $1,800 in my book. Only if it sets itself up, makes coffee in the morning, and kisses me before I go to sleep.
We have cable, right? And fluffy pillows.
Inside of that tent? We better. I think we do.
I hope there's a mini bar.
She's an alcoholic.
I am not.
All right, we're going to keep on trucking up here. We're going to find a place to camp out. We're getting pretty close to the top, So we're just basically just gonna see what we can find. We're gonna go look at some camping spots.
Raven's Roost.
Wait, is that where we said we were going
We
to camp?
said we were going to camp here.
Okay. You know what?
But we can't have a fire.
No fires. I think if we wanted a fire, we would have to go back down to that one spot. Do you want to go there?
What is up ahead?
No fires either.
You can't have fires.
I don't think so.
I don't like that spot down there.
Okay.
So.
Well, we could just make do without a fire. What do you think?
So what if we get cold?
Turn in for the night. We'll figure out some way to stay warm.
Like cuddling?
Like cuddling.
Honey,
Huh?
I'm too tired to cuddle.
I'm not. What does that mean? This is basically the tent platform right here. So we can set our tent up on this.
Oh, cool, so we don't have to sleep like on the rocks.
Uh-huh. That's pretty handy, actually.
I didn't know that, and I was not really worried, but, you know, just wondering, were we going to sleep on a rock? Were we going to sleep like half uphill, half downhill?
Sure.
So it is nice to see that.
Hey, Susie. Take a look to your right.
Oh my gosh. Is that the plane?
It is.
Oh, wow. I was jealous that you got to.
This plane crashed in the 80s sometime, I think 87. The pilot left an airport from Asheville, got lost in the clouds, and somehow crashed into this mountain, and he crashed right here. He did die in this crash. Isn't that crazy?
It's so eerie.
Yeah. You can see where he came through. The trees are broken. Of course, they've kind of grown up. But over here's the cockpit.
I want to go see that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Over there's more of it.
Oh my god, I have to go see that.
Okay. Here's a wing for you guys. Isn't that insane? What do you think about that, Susie?
It's crazy.
The pilot lost his life here.
It's so eerie or surreal to me that there's glass and carpet and, I mean, this happened in the 80s?
I think so.
It's just surreal. It almost gives me like goosebumps to find this, you know?
What would also be interesting is if we came up here like on Halloween and just camped out, maybe with some hammocks or something, right around this site. Maybe try to catch some EVPs or something.
Spooky.
That would be awesome. We might have to do that for like a Halloween special. Well, since we found the plane, if memory serves me correctly, the Raven Roost is the last campsite until you get to the peak. And then after the peak, it kind of goes down and there's another campsite. But that's a little bit too far for where we want to go. To really, just because it's too dang late. It's pushing 7 o'clock. So we definitely need to set up camp, start cooking, all that good stuff. So I think going back is probably the smart thing to do.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll follow
All right,
you.
let's go.
Wow, this airplane is incredible. Well, that has been definitely a very strenuous climb. I'm tired.
I'm tired. Really feel it in my legs. They feel tired.
Now, since we've arrived, I know what I would do personally as my first step. I will go ahead and ask Susie what she thinks our first step should be.
Well, I want to just throw down my pack, sit down, rest, but I know that that's not the right thing to do. You have to set up your shelter. That's the number one thing you have to do when you get to camp. And the reason why is because the weather could change in just an instant. A storm could pop up or it could start raining. So even though we're tired, we want to rest. The most important thing to do is to just go ahead and get the shelter set up.
Very, very smart thing to do, my friends. Yeah, guys, this is gonna feel so good to take this off. 30 pounds is not my normal backpacking weight, but I wanted to make sure to use the gear that you guys selected, so there you go. Try to minimize the amount of moisture that our packs gather, because we're gonna probably put our packs in our tent and use those as our pillows tonight. So laying them down in the driest possible location is best. Check out my dangling pack.
I have a ventilated back.
Oh yeah. Gosh, your back is so much drier than mine. All right. My friends, I know everybody has been dying to see this. It's not every day that you get to pull out of your pack a tent that costs $1,800. That's right, $1,800. Cuban fiber, carbon fiber poles. It weighs less than 2 pounds. It is freestanding. Top secret. Now I'm going to go ahead, set up our tent, and as always, before you go out on a trip, it is so highly recommended that you learn how to set up your tent beforehand, just in case it's getting late, it's a complicated tent, you know, the storm's coming in, whatever. Set it up at home, practice, and I've definitely done that. I set it up last night. Very, very simple to do. Let's do that. Let's see. So the tent is basically set up, but since we're having to set it up on top of this elevated surface, we're going to have to run some lines just to give this thing some tension, to just kind of pull everything out. That's going to be pretty simple to do, and luckily, we prepared for this by bringing a whole bunch of very lightweight nylon string. This stuff I don't really care to cut up, and it'll work very, very well for this purpose. And we could just run it out as long as we have to. Well, my friends, I have to say that I have never set up a tent like this before, but because of this wooden platform, we had to get creative, and we definitely did. What do you think, Susie?
Yeah, we're gonna have to be careful.
Yep, agreed. Now we're basically going to hop inside. We're going to inflate our sleeping pads, put in our sleeping bags, all that good stuff. Once we have everything set up, we'll bring you guys back. We'll show you off our sleep system and how we're going to sleep tonight.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm putting my pants back on.
It's chilly now.
It is definitely a little bit chilly. It is awfully damp. We are right up here in the clouds, and you can kind of just feel that moisture just kind of penetrating your body. So, yep, I'm going to probably put my long sleeve shirt on. Susan has put hers on already. We may even put on our rain jackets. We shall see. Susie is going to go ahead and show you guys the inside of our tent with our sleep system set up.
So here is the inside of our tent. Luke is just using a fleece liner, and he has a fleece blanket as well. And then I'm going to be using the Snug Pack Chrysalis 1. My sleeping bag is purple, and it looks really warm. It's like a mummy style sleeping bag, but it also has a panel that will expand to make it roomier, and if you get hot, that's a good way to control the temperature. It'll be interesting to see how Luke and I both sleep in this tent tonight.
I'm probably going to sleep inside of your sleeping bag with you.
It's freezing here. I'm going to have to put my jacket on.
I feel pretty good now that I have a long sleeve shirt on and the bottom half of my pants.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I'm going to put my pack up. I may get my headlamp. We may get our headlamps out. You know, it's going to be dark fairly soon, but it is definitely time to cook some dinner. Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Let's eat. We will go ahead and set up our stove here, and we are using the Optimus Crux with Terra cook set. Definitely one of my favorite stoves and cook sets out there. I could have gone with a titanium cup pot combo just to save a little bit, but once you, I mean, really, if you're carrying a pack that weighs 6-7 pounds, what's the point, right? There's a nice little breeze coming through the woods, coming this direction. So that's why we're going to set up the stove on this side. We're going to use our tent as basically just a gigantic windbreak so we can cook away more efficiently. We are pretty much ready to start up the stove, fire it up. And what we have tonight is a Mountain House meal. And this is lasagna with meat sauce. This is 2.5 servings, so this should definitely be enough for Susie and I. Usually when I'm out backpacking, I always have the 2.5 servings, and I really have to push myself to finish them. Sometimes I just simply can't. So I think that should be good enough for us both. What's pretty nice about this little pot is that you actually have measurements here on the side, so no guessing for once. We're about to turn her on to an amazing meal. Mountain House meals rock. They're definitely the best freeze-dried meal I've ever had.
I've ate them before because the kids and I wanted dessert one night,
Oh, yeah?
so we snuck into your cabinet and got one.
What? Well, there you go.
My hands are freezing.
Put your hands around it like that.
Like this?
Yep. What are you doing, Susie?
Well, we can't have a fire, and I'm not really that cold, but my hands are freezing for some reason. So I was hoping to get a little heat from the stove.
Right. This stove absolutely rocks. This will be boiling in no time. Oh my God, that smells so good. Oh man.
So that's mine. What did you bring to eat?
Boiling away.
So the bag is good enough for boiling water?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah. Whew, it is time to eat dinner. After you, Susie.
I'm so hungry.
We're just going to eat right out of the package instead of dirtying up our cookware. It's always easier not to have to wash your stuff while you're out in locations like this.
So good.
Take a look at that, my friends. Woo! Oh, man.
Hot. It's hot. Be careful.
Based on the sign-up sheet, when we got here, we should be the only ones camping out on top of this mountain tonight.
There were 2 people, and one left yesterday and one was leaving today. And the people that were leaving today actually had this campsite, and there was no one up here. We didn't pass anyone
Yeah,
on the way up here, so they must have left really early.
no doubt. You know what that means? That means that we can howl. Oh! Your turn.
I don't think I can have. Did you bring beans?
I did.
Mmm.
I did bring some barbecue baked beans.
I might need some beans.
Oh, man. Wow, I can't believe I forgot that. She's a genius. I say after we finish that off, if we're still hungry, we'll cook up some beans. Anytime that I go out for an overnight adventure, I always tell a story whenever I'm eating dinner. So, since we have a guest tonight, we might as well let Susie tell you all a story.
Well, I think instead of maybe telling a story, I'm just going to share something with you guys. And it is something that's kind of held me back from being able to camp and backpack and things like that with Luke. And it may seem silly, but it's because I wore contacts for about 15 years. And just this year, May 1st, I was able to get LASIK eye surgery. So I no longer need contacts or glasses, and it is so awesome. But if you think about it, when you're backpacking around, it stinks to have to carry contacts, extras, the solution, eye drops, glasses. You have to carry all that stuff. And you also want to make sure when you're messing with your eyes and contacts that your hands are clean. And maybe that's not always the case when you're out in the wilderness. So it was definitely a pain, and I felt like it did kind of hold me back from being able to do some of the things I wanted to do. So I don't really have a story, but I thought I would share that about my eyes because it really has made a huge difference in the things that I can do. I just feel almost freer.
Yeah.
My vision is actually better than 2020, and I got my surgery May 1st of this year.
Her vision is way better than mine. I thought I had amazing vision until she had that done. She could see things and read things that I can't. It was pretty funny. It's like they invited us into the waiting room, and I don't know why. I figured that it'd be like one-way privacy mirror, like a one-way privacy mirror or something like that. I didn't think they would be able to see us for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. So it's like we get in there and they're playing some music, and I'm starting to rock out, dance a little bit, and then I look over through that window, and like a bunch of these nurse ladies are like, "Hi," and I was like, I think I'm gonna sit down now.
We can see you.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I have some pretty smooth dance moves.
You're gonna show them off?
Yep. No. Now, as you guys can see, it's starting to get dark, so we're going to wrap everything up. We're going to get all of our food into our bear bag. I'm going to go string that up. And we're also going to brush our teeth and just basically get ready for bed. The forest through here is so thick. there may not be a really good spot to throw a line up. We'll just do the best we can. We're gonna go throw up the bear bag now, and we wanna go about 100 feet away from our camp. Ideally, you wanna have it about 16 feet off the ground. That's not quite 16 feet, but I don't think there's gonna be anything better than that, do you? What I'm looking at here is this limb. As you can see, that's gotta be at least 12 feet. Probably not 16, but close enough. We'll just toss over that, tie it up, and should be pretty good to go. Perfect. So as you can see up there, that is our bear bag. Is that going to stop a bear 100% from getting it? No. But in a forest like this, you just have to do the best you can. We are going to go ahead, grab our toothbrushes. We're going to brush up. And as we're brushing, we're going to go about another 100 feet in a different direction than our bear bag. And that's where we will spit everything out. After that, we'll probably hop inside of the tent, get cozy. We'll bring you guys back then. All right, my friends, we are now inside of the Mojo UFO. What do you think about this thing, Susie?
It's crazy.
This thing is pretty darn wild.
Yeah. Now is this, it's a 2-person tent.
Yeah.
So is this normal space-wise?
Yeah, pretty much. Usually when they say like a 2-person tent, you're going to be cozy in most cases. Mm-hmm. Yep. Usually it's like a 2-person tent is a palace for one and, you know, a trailer for 2.
Yeah.
So.
Good thing we like each other.
Yeah, that's right. Now you guys may be wondering, gosh, you have an incredible light. Let me show you this cool thing. This is a light bulb hooked to a 5400 milliamp battery. This is a USB light bulb, the equivalent of a 40-watt bulb. And that thing puts off some serious light, don't it?
Yeah, I mean, if we hung it up,
yeah,
it would light the entire tent.
That's right. This is
Cozy.
so awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. Thanks for sharing it with me.
I'm not sure exactly how much testing we will actually do for this tent. I mean, because it's $1,800. Only 50 of these tents were made, and they're no longer making them. So this is really, I call that like a prototype more than anything else. So, yep, it's really, really cool to have. It's really cool to use, but you guys wouldn't be able to go out and get one. So,
Not if they're not making them.
right.
I mean,
speaking of which, I should say thank you so much to my buddy who sent this in to us. That is freaking awesome.
very cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, guys, I think it's bedtime, so we're going to go to bed. If anything crazy happens in the middle of the night, or if we wake up or anything like that, we can bring you guys back. We'll see everyone bright and early in the morning.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good morning, folks. What time is it, honey?
6.
Okay.
A little after.
It's a little bit after 6 a.m. We're just kind of waking up. We've actually got to be out of here pretty early. We got a lot of things going on later on today that we have to attend to. So sadly, we can't stay here all day, take our time like we want to. But how was your night?
It was good.
How was your snug pack?
I liked my snug pack, but you may have noticed that we switched places because I got cold because the wind was kind of blowing my direction. So we switched, and so I'm on this side now, and finally got warmed up, and the snug pack really keeps you cozy. So I feel really warm now.
I definitely sleep warmer than she does. So we switched sides. And I have to say that my fleece liner and my little fleece blanket did really, really good. Stayed nice and warm all night. Now, it did rain a little bit during the course of the night. Very light rain, but it still counts. The tent seemed to do a very good job handling that. As far as airflow goes, very, very good. I don't feel any condensation on the tent.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So it did good considering that we are up in the clouds. It is incredibly damp.
Very damp. I think that's why I was so cold.
Yeah. Yep, very, very damp. Oh, man. Did I get you?
You got me.
All in all, it's been an awesome night. No bears. Have the whole mountain to ourselves. We're sleeping right next to a crashed airplane. That's pretty awesome.
Very cool. I think it's time for us to get up, get some coffee, get some food, and pack up. Get ready for our hike down, which will hopefully take a little bit less time than it did to get up here, but it's still going to take several hours. So what are you going to do now?
We are actually going to do some cooking. It's time for some coffee. It's time for some biscuits and gravy. That is going to be delicious. We're definitely not roughing it out here. I am drinking Taster's Nasty, and Susan is drinking some Starbucks. How is it?
It's pretty good.
It's actually pretty good?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Taster's Nasty. Choice of backpackers everywhere. We'll have to remember that for next time. Bring some creamer for Susie. This is the biscuits and gravy Mountain House meal. And just based on the smells alone, it smells pretty darn good. Well, my friends, we're just going to finish up our breakfast, and then we're going to start beating our feet out of here. But we're going to be taking the Nuwadi Trail once we get down to that section. And we'll bring you guys back then. It's absolutely gorgeous down there. Some really cool views. I'm excited to show her. Up here, my friends, is that very, very steep rock slope. We are going to try to go around this. We're going to try to make our own path. Let's see how that goes. It is just definitely too slick to try to go down that with our heavy packs on. So we're going to try to circumvent it. What do you think about that view, Susie?
Amazing.
You guys can't really see it from here because of all the fog, but basically this just forms like a gigantic bowl that comes down this valley, and that was formed by a glacier millions of years ago. They're singing to each other. Well, our YouTube friends, our adventure has come to an end. Did you have a good time, Susie?
It was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Are you tired?
I'm beat.
Yeah.
I'm definitely tired. It was just as hard coming down the mountain as going up.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you guys something really, really cool about this pack. I'm gonna go ahead and undo the sternum strap. I'm gonna go ahead and undo the waist belt. And I'm gonna pull this, and then I'm gonna pull this. Quick release, baby. That is awesome.
Thanks guys for watching this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you liked it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, then give it a thumbs down.
Don't do that. Everybody, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Be well, take care, stay safe, strength and honor. See you next time.